Oh, Balon will actually try to rescue his bolt because it's actually just right here at the door.
You did 14 points of damage.
It might be annihilated. Let's find out.
Yeah, let me see. I think with 14 points of damage, it's just a opposed d20 roll essentially. So I roll a d20, you roll a d20.
15.
Yeah, it's just at this point, it's just a d20 versus a d20. Yeah, does not break. You've managed to extract it.
Yeah, so I'm back up to 11. I lost one of the hut that we were not going to go clear. All right. So Balon has his bolt. He's happy.
Okay.
Oh, well, why not go ahead and poke him? One of them might be the one we're after.
All right, well, I'll step back in the doorway again.
All right.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I was gonna throw a branch or a rock or something, but
Go
if
for it.
you're
Do
gonna
that
just
too.
walk in the door, go for it.
I mean, you can do that too. It's a doorway. They're larger than you people think they are.
Yeah, but in this I miss and it goes.
That's the worst that happens. You get hit in the back of the head for 11 damage. Throw it from behind the lawn.
Balon will no, Tubbs will show himself to be braver and step directly into the center of it.
All right.
Bumping past you.
So Tubbs is stepping into the center of the room. Are you just going to stand in the doorway while he does that?
I guess. Tubbs is very much not himself today.
Tubbs will go ahead and start collecting weapons.
So you start scurrying around, checking out all the weapons and like cutting your way through the webs. And this time you see more movement in the webs, although you guys are more aware of it now. So I want you all to roll d8s for initiative. As this time, an enormous spider starts hauling itself out. This one is basically in the order of size. We've got red is large, blue is very large, and the no marker is tiny. As you start jostling all the corpses, this spider like stirs out from the rubble and angrily makes spider noises at you. All right, everyone's there. So first up is this spider on second one. Let's see. There's two juicy targets there. We'll go. One is Mr. Tubbs, and two is Ari. This one wants revenge for his friend, so he attacks you again, Ari. So now it's a D8 again.
And is that penetrating or not?
Yep, it's penetrating. And sure enough, it's melee fumbled. You would normally get a free attack, but you're not aware on the next second. So at this point, the spider's just pulled a muscle in its lower back. So it's got a -4 attack penalty.
So I gotta stretch.
Wasn't warmed up. Kara, what are you going to do? Somewhere Connor feels his foot ache.
I'm not going in there. I'm gonna delay for a little bit. Maybe like 5 seconds and see what shakes out.
Next up is going to be Ari, you got missed, so you're not aware, but Kara could make you saw that spider attack Ari, so you could be like, everyone, spiders, they're more, and then lower everyone's initiative by 2.
Okay, sure, yeah.
So that would lower Thalon's to 5, Ari's to 5, and Tubbs to 8 if it if it makes a difference.
He's probably going to get attacked, so it's going to pop down to 5 too. So let's see.
Yeah, so we'll see even and odd again. We've got even is going to be Ari and odd is Tubbs. Wow, they really don't like you, Ari.
Who does, right?
So this is the large spider leaping in.
Twos. I'm twos today, all day.
Oof. This is a bite so no damage, but there is a poison save. Okay, they sense your goodness. They just want to devour you. All right.
What's the length of time on this one?
This is going to be, let me see, poison effect. A -12 or -1 for 12 hours.
Got it.
So now you're -3s across the board.
Yep.
And this guy delays. And now the last one is going after Tubbs.
All right.
And so that will reduce your initiative. Oh, down to a 5.
Oh, down to a 5?
Well,
Oh,
down to a
thank you.
5, which is the one you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be called the Poison Party for everything that's going on.
Poison Patrol.
Venom Gang.
The Poison Patrol. So you're gonna roll a D8 for Tubbs.
Oh dear. I think I can still give ground, right?
You're not, because you're not aware yet.
Ah, well, dang. Okay.
So you're rooting through, but the spider misses you.
Wow.
Doesn't even hit you.
Amazing.
Like you're like rooting through, and you're like, "Oh wait, is that a weapon down there?" And you bend over to look at something, and the spider. "Ah!"
Oh wait, is that a spider over there?
But unfortunately, that will not make you more aware. So you're still going to be on second 8 because you didn't actually get hit.
Also, general declaration: Tubbs has swapped daggers.
Yeah, makes sense. So up next is going to be Ari on second 5.
What's the order of size? Is it nothing, red, blue?
Yeah, nothing is big. Red is large. Blue is very large.
Okay, so the smallest one. Okay.
And by very large, it's actually a small creature, which is probably about 18 pounds.
All right, I'm gonna attack red dot.
All right, large spider.
Saber -3. So 2.
All right, for a 2, and the perfect defense. This one will actually go off, so it'll get a free attack against you on the next second. So then just delay your weapon speed. It's funny because they're not actually doing a lot of damage to you.
They're not doing any damage to me.
Yeah, no
It's
damage.
making me more and more less effective.
So Falon, you're
but
stepping up to the entranceway.
Yup, and I think I can go ahead and phalanx over this.
Yeah, you're phalanxing.
So
Oh,
hey,
you're gonna
how
hit
do
me in
you
the back of
like
the head.
taking- Yeah, how do you like taking damage?
Yeah, he does not phalanx well.
Because he doesn't have
That's
it.
still going to be a 12.
And that hits.
All right. I know this
And-
is technically supposed to be a jab, but I don't know what to cover with that for right now.
Oh, with a jab, then that's going to be basically it's a shield hit. Because you roll half your dice in damage.
Okay, so how about we just half this for now? Then
Yeah,
that's
that
like
for now
4
we
or
can just
5.
So 4 points of damage.
I'll make a special jab for later. That'll be important. And that
Yeah.
is still a 13 speed, so I'll be seeing you guys later.
Whack!
What was the negative to phalanx fighting again if you didn't have it?
He has a minus. Oh, you also have an additional speed penalty for your phalanx fighting. Remember that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and manually add in. I think it's 4, isn't it?
Yes, 4. Because you're worried about him attacking you, you have a -2 to attack and +1 penalty because you're wary of his attacks over your shoulder.
But it doesn't help you. You still get hit.
Wait, no,
I wish it could be
Sorry,
optional
I'm
between-
asking. I don't. What did you hit me?
He didn't hit you. He
Okay.
hit the spider, but mechanically he's got a -6 to attack and a +4 speed. And because you're worried about him, you have a -2 to attack and a +1 speed.
So in general, he just sucks.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah.
Every second closer to a -20.
So with his free attack on second 6, this large spider attacks you again, Ari,
Okay.
with a fumble.
Right, and I have a -3.
3. That's Watch him pull his back too. So he, he can't really damage his own armor, so he just kind of there's the fumble for no effect, essentially. And it doesn't give. It looks like it's not giving you a free tech. So it's a big wash. He just looks like a fool. Maybe he's going to attack you, and Thalon boinks him out of the air. If you want to give extra credit to Thalon.
I don't.
Ruining everything.
So it's now Tubbs' turn.
I believe it's an action to choose to parry, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up to parry. I'm just going to kind of like wiggle a little bit over here just to give some more room.
So you can make an attack on this second. A parry happens when they attack you. So like if it's on second 10 and this spider attacks you, you're going to be like, okay, my defensive reaction is going to be to parry. But then
okay, so that's a choice then. Got it.
Yeah. So, but at this point, it'll reset your attack count. So you want to attack now because then.
Yeah, I want to attack now. So let's go ahead and hit the big blue one then.
Big blue.
Oh, hell yeah. Looks good.
It's a critical hit. Nice.
So what are we going to do for this?
So then roll damage. Holy smokes. 12 points of damage. You hit by 1325. So you're going to roll an additional 2d6 damage. So 2d4, you're going to have to manually enter 2d4 penetrating.
Oh, you said 2d6 first and then 2d4.
Oh, sorry. You get 2 additional damage dice based on your weapon. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. So yeah, so that's 2d4. Yeah,
2d4.
4 more.
Tub is completely possessed.
A total 18 points of additional damage. So this spider leaps at you, and you're like, what the heck? A spider? And you just step in and just gut it.
Yeah, take it and just shove it straight into its mandibles, straight into like the rest of its body, and just rip it all out.
just a complete, just hacking it in half.
That's awesome.
Just one hit. You're like, oh, a spider. Dead.
And now let's delay 6 seconds.
Yeah. What's next? Kara, what are you going to do?
Can I even get in there? Can I hit anything?
You're not going to be able to get around. They're blocking the doorway.
Then
unless you're trying to, Kool-Aid man through the wall.
No. Yeah, I'm just going to yell at them, like, if you lure them outside, we can all... And that's it.
There's also enough room in the hut. You could all just go in and have fun, have a little party.
Yeah, I mean, but right now they're blocking the door, so...
One of the second could probably still, like, take a step back and give you some room. If Aerie moves up, like, an inch, you could at least probably attack from the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that, and I'll just poke over other people's shoulders later. Or heck, I could even probably move here.
Stallone wants you to step in front of him again.
You trust me at your back, right?
Trust me. Move in front of me.
Never.
Just move in front of me. Whack! I promise I won't hit you.
So there you go. So Thalon takes a second, just moves a little bit for you.
All right. Are you going to move at all, Aerie, or...
I saw the movement.
That wasn't me. Yeah.
That was me.
It's not letting me change the number on here. I guess maybe I have to. Oh, okay, there
you go. I need to hit next. So it's now this spider attacking Aerie with a 5. Oh, jeez. Look at you with your great defense rolls.
Despite the
nemesis.
Yeah, I'll attack the red dot again.
All right, attacking red dot. It defends with a 9, and even with your penalties, you hit.
So 3 damage.
3 points of damage. It hurts it, but it does have some DR, so it doesn't look like it did very much to it. A little scratch.
Every time we say, hit the delay button, I'm still forgetting.
Are you going to move at all? No? I'm just going to hang out outside.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, because it's you. I'm trying to prevent you from getting into harm's way.
Oh, gotcha.
He's doing something nice. He's trying to be nice.
I'll go for a walk.
At least you can still walk, unlike some people in the party.
That's okay. I'll help.
All right. Carrie, do you want to just hit a long delay? And then just let
he's
me
gonna
know
block
whenever you
the
want to do
door.
anything.
Yeah,
we'll just lower your initiative.
All right, I hit it. I don't know that it did it though. I can try it again.
Now it seems to be acting a little slow. Let's see if I can get it to unfreeze. Well, for now, we'll just have the large spider attack. Going after Ari again. You're the one that keeps hitting it. With an 11. Oh, now perfect. Now it unfroze. So it bites you for a big old no damage, but there's a poison save. You never know.
Oh, right, gotta have token selected. Forgot.
With a 9, it looks like it's really only if you roll a 1, it's going to be an issue. and Tubbs went and killed my one that has kills you on a natural 1. Way to go. Jeez. Tubbs' turn.
All right. Well, I'll continue rolling really well on Tubbs and making him look real good. I'll go ahead and attack the red one.
Okay. I got 7.
I'm gonna do an aggressive attack because that's what I was thinking of doing anyway.
No worries.
18.
Would have hit anyway.
Yeah.
And that's a dead spider. Tubbs. Spider Slayer.
Oh gosh. He gets all the luck. He looks really good. Meanwhile, Thalal just looks like an asshole.
That's sometimes the way it shakes out.
I know.
Next up is Ari.
All right, turn my attention to the smaller spider, or the remaining spider.
He's the best at defense, and fortunately, that's a whiff.
And I'm very slow right now.
Now we're back to Tubbs, the Slayer of Spiders.
Tubbs is definitely doing that dwarven rage, and he's gonna just leap up with both daggers and see what happens. With a 27.
Lordy, roll damage. Let's see. Yeah,
Start
that
with
one's
8.
dead. Dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Tubbs will leap up into the air with both daggers and then just literally belly flop on top of it.
He didn't even hit with the daggers. He just landed with his body.
230 pounds of dwarf suddenly drop from 5 feet up. There's a crater.
Combat is over. There's no more spiders. There's some small spiders scooting around in the webbing, but nothing large enough to pose you any harm.
Mm-hmm. Tubbs is gonna start rooting around for them weapons again.
Yeah. So do you see the book?
Make a scrutiny check.
Oh, I stepped away because you are always the best roller when it comes to finding stuff. You keep rolling in the single digits.
All right. Tubbs searches. Is anyone else going to search? All right. Kara searches as well.
That's
You
a
guys
lot
search
better.
through, and this one takes a little bit longer to search because you're hacking your way through cobwebs and spider webs, and it's really just time consuming to give a good search. But looking through, you guys find a scimitar, you find a short sword, you find what looks like 2 different spears, but aside from that, you find tattered leather armor, like a chewed up water skin, but no book and nothing else of value.
All right, I apparently got kicked back out real quick. Go ahead and tell me the list of weapons again. I'm going to put them in the bag.
There's a scimitar, there's a short sword, and there's 2 spears.
Sword, 2 spears. Very nice.
So, since you guys do have appraisal arms and armor, you can check them out to see if any of them are of nicer quality. Or potentially of shoddy quality. All right. So Ari's checking them over. I believe all fighters have it, but
Yeah.
And then Connor's at the boat. Did you want to roll? So which one was that for? The scimitar, the short sword, or the 2 spears?
If you want me to roll, I'll roll for everyone that you listed in the order that you listed it in.
Yeah, just
All
roll
right,
all
so that'll be
four.
for the scimitar first then.
So 4 of them, you said?
Yep. All right.
One of those spears
The-
really got looked at.
The spear, one of the spears you realize is of shoddy quality, and you can't really tell for the short sword and the other spear. But the scimitar, yeah, you can't tell with that one either. You can't tell if it's shoddy or if it's better or any quality sense on it. So essentially, you'd have to wield it if you wanted to, or have Connor check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, just put those spears in your bag.
There's a few more huts left. What would you like to do now?
I say it's investigation time.
Yeah, might as well finish it.
Ooh, there we go. Good eyes.
All right. In the next hut, you see a small bundle of firewood laying on the side that's thickly covered in cobwebs. And near it, there are the bones of what looks like a small dog. But that's what you see in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, it looks empty from just observing inside of it.
Again, I'm gonna have to be specious. That dog probably doesn't read.
Maybe not.
So next one on the list.
All right. This next one, who's opening the door, by the way?
I assume
Looks
I
like
am.
areas.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ari, you open this door, and as you do, a dried, severed human finger falls from the door and nearly falls in your lap and lands at your feet. And you probably,
I don't want to be that guy, but you don't have a lap unless you're sitting down.
Nearly falls down your pants.
Nearly falls down your pants since you're standing up.
That's a different thing.
But a severed finger falls down from the door frame and falls on you.
That's it? Just a finger?
Just a set. Well, that's just what happens as you open the door.
Right, no, I mean, just like not more body parts coming after it, or
No, not more. There's not more body parts at the moment. Looking in the room with your observation checks, you see maybe it looks like there's more severed fingers dangling from the ceiling by a little string. But aside from that, the room looks unoccupied and empty.
This isn't a very good sign, but I think this does bear some investigation.
well, I mean, what investigation do you intend to do? It's fingers on string.
Something here ought to explain it. But I need to leave that to the people who actually have eyeballs and scrutiny.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, by all means, go take a look. Fingers on strings. I don't know that I want to step too close to this.
I guess Tubbs is my lackey right now, so he's gonna do a scrutiny check. He's gonna step inside and go, "What the hell's with you humans and your fingers?"
So he goes through and he starts looking through. He starts sorting around and looking around. He finds looks like a necklace with ears hanging on it, and he finds several like small bones in the corner that look like they could be from several people's hands. But aside from that, there's nothing else in this room.
So someone definitely did this intentionally, but whom and why? Does this look like a thing that the elves the lawn has heard about might do?
You don't think it's an elven thing?
Oh, what about a monstrous thing?
Yeah. Well, let me check. What is your monster lore?
My monster lore is 30.
Thinking about it, you can't think offhand what monsters would cut off people's fingers and collect them in necklaces and ears. Nothing like immediately rings a bell, but you know, there's several monsters that would do that.
non-native to this region, of course.
No, all the monsters you're thinking of are some of them are fantastical and some of them are from completely different regions, but none of them are like immediately springing to mind. And this doesn't seem like a clue pointing to a specific monster to you.
Sturgis, of course.
Sturgis.
I rest my case. Well, as far as it goes, this only adds to the layer of mystery we have right now, but it does add a point to the favor of this wasn't just a wild animal attack. Because there's no way that this would go on inside of the village.
You guys could roll a tracking check if you'd like to see how long these have been here.
That sounds like a good idea. Who actually has tracking?
I think everyone has tracking. I think it's the universal skill.
Seems to me that's just an assumption that this wouldn't have gone on in the village before we got here, or before whatever happened.
Well, I would hope the humans of this region aren't terrifying like this.
Well, I mean, you would hope, but you don't know.
It seems like the fingers are, they've been here for a while, longer. The fingers have been here for more time than the village has been abandoned.
Oh dear.
Also, you say humans, but we did find elven boots, so.
Well, humans can own elven boots.
So can elves.
This is very true. I will be trying to figure out who the owner of these might have been if they're enough. But that's for another time. Anyway. Well, this is incredibly disturbing. I don't like this one bit. But I suppose since we simply can't find anything here, let's proceed.
All right. I believe this is the last hut you're at. Let me check. There's
I think there was 2 more, 3 more.
Oh yeah, there's 3 more. This next hut that you arrive at, I was accidentally skipped ahead on some of my numberings on these huts, but that doesn't matter. They're all the same huts. Roll observations for this next hut.
Gotta scroll back up.
Oh hey, I got one.
This next hut you walk into is a little bit nicer furnished in terms of the bed that it has is covered in a pile of and decorated with a pile of ragged looking furs. There's almost like a little bit of a carpet laying on the ground. They've clearly left it here when they left, but it looks like it would be a little bit more comfy, maybe a little cozier bed, maybe a love shack. What would you like to do?
Well, this is a cozy-looking love shack. Signs of spider activity.
There are the usual, but you're not spying any spiders in this room.
Well, I mean, unless you want to go looking for potions of love in here.
What's the floor
Maybe
made
the book
of?
is hidden underneath the pillow.
It's dirt, but there's a little bit of a a ragged fur placed on the ground, almost like a nice rug to tie the room together.
I'll use the end of my sword or my saber rather, to lift the fur off the ground to see if there's anything underneath it.
Lifting it up, there's just more dirt underneath the rug on the floor.
I think Tub is going to go ahead and risk it. He's going to go ahead, and he's feeling incredibly confident, I think. He's going to just wallow in and do some scrutiny.
All right.
And find nothing.
It's not a hard check, but he starts rooting around in there, and he's looking in the bed. Maybe he's trying it out. He's like, "That is pretty nice." And oh, what's that? And he looks around and just gently put under the pillow.
Aha! I knew it. Ooh, what is this book?
All right, Ari, you want to make a literacy check?
Ari, read. Be the smart one. Not looking at the elf.
So close.
You can't. You're reading through it, and you really can make you can't make heads or tails of what it says. It seems to be written in Svimosish, but it's almost complete gibberish. Like they're not even like maybe it's some sort of code or something different. You can't even tell what they're talking about. But you think this might be the logbook.
The guy we're supposed to give it to on the boat, right?
Yep.
He would probably be able to recognize
It
it.
could be a logbook of a certain type.
You probably could.
Sure, I'll walk it back to the boat if you guys want to continue.
I think this was the last one you said, wasn't it?
No, there's
There's
3 more.
2 more. Or 3 more.
Let's finish clearing out first, then we'll bring it all back. So, next building.
Next building. The next building looks empty.
Next.
I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. This one is also empty.
Well, when we roll
Next.
badly, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Well, you did roll 17 on that one that was empty, so that just really is empty.
Well, 17 out of 12. I didn't succeed.
Well, I mean, these are like plus 40 checks, I think.
The next one, you look into it, and this one is empty for the fact that you're seeing just a little bit of cobwebs and a little bit of broken pottery, but hanging on the wall is a large, or not hanging on the wall, but set against the side of the wall is a large decorative drum.
Ooh.
From here, the light catching on it, you can see tiny pieces of maybe gems even set into the side of the drum.
Ooh.
Does it look like a book would be inside of it?
You know, it's large enough you probably could hide a book under it.
How big is it?
It's probably about yay big. Probably weight wise, like from here, it probably looks like it probably weighs about 10 to 20 pounds.
What side of the room?
It's on the other side,
How far away is that?
about 10 feet.
I am going to walk around the outside of the building to about where that is, using my crowbar to pull a piece of the wood away,
All right.
and then I'm going to tap the outside of the drum from the outside of the building.
It does make a hollow sound, as drums typically do.
All right, well, I'll just pull out enough wood that I can pull it out
All right.
from where
You
it's at.
pull it out this large decorative drum. Now that you're closer, you can see it's decorated with tiny pieces of jade and agate and topaz, and it makes a nice little sound as you tap on it. Do you have the musician skill at all?
You mean that kind of drum? Damn it!
Oh yeah, I meant like a drum.
I was thinking like oil drum, a container drum, not a musical drum. I walk away. I am incensed at my own confusion.
That's okay. Thalon will put it in the bag. Or miraculously, just carry it in one hand and the bag in the other.
It's a little bit awkward to carry around, but you could easily just put it on the boat.
I'm also Thalon. I could carry it.
Yeah. It's really just awkward, not because of the weight, because of the size. That's what's more awkward about it.
But that seems like that's the last building then, right?
Which either means that this is the logbook, or
Yep.
we've missed it.
That is correct. So I think it's time to go back to the ship, tell our friends what we found. Vesh will be very interested. And perhaps maybe he'll be able to identify immediately if this is the logbook or not.
So Vesh sees you and he goes, welcome. Are you here to also drink? Or have you injured yourself as well?
I'll have more to drink later tonight.
We have this book. We are sure that it is a logbook. We are unsure if it is the logbook. we thought it best if you took a look at it to make sure.
Oh,
We
yes,
will have
yes, let me
some
s-
additional things to talk about afterwards as well.
Let me see that. And he takes it and he begins perusing through it. Yes, I'd understand how you wouldn't recognize this as the logbook. But yes, it is. It is the logbook.
Well, it's more so a matter of where we found it that made me believe that it was not the logbook, but a logbook.
I thought it would be, in fact, a
Oh?
logbook of rendezvous.
Where did you find it?
A den of lascivious intent.
Hmm.
A hut with a carpet, more precisely. And very little else. The rest I can leave to your imagination, I believe.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm glad you found it.
But I think that probably concludes our business in the village, unless you would wish us to burn it down.
No, I do not believe that you have to burn down this village. It is only straw that needs to be raised.
But it would be so easy. The spiders and the rats.
I guess if you wish to, you can burn it down, but
Well, it's more
I-
that it is still the company's property. Perhaps having the buildings intact would be to your benefit. An
mm,
executive decision I leave to you then.
you're right.
Intact.
That's true. We might use this location for another village. Although we mainly used this location because there was a village here already.
Well, it shall be convenient once more, won't it? I do have something burning a hole in my mind. One of the houses there has something very curious. It has a bunch of fingers hanging from the ceiling, among other things.
Oh,
It does not seem like a normal practice to me. Is this something that the villagers were known to do? It was like this before the village became abandoned, I believe.
I do not personally know this village very well, but it is certainly something that uh, they could have done often. They
Hmm.
could have partook in witchcraftery. There are a lot of different viewpoints and alternative understandings of religion in the Voven of ancient worship or beasts and nature itself. Um, at which point, Cavalt chimes up. You find anything exciting? The fingers. Oh, yes, fingers. Oh,
Oh, of course you would know. Tell us about them.
you're speaking of Kavala. Yes, they're delightful witch doctor. She was very fun. Now, don't take it the wrong way, but she was made surprisingly great stews.
I see. Very
now-
interesting.
You had to be a little careful because if you saw all the things dangling from of her hut, every once in a while one might accidentally fall in. So you had to be a little careful about, if she was a little clumsy or was a little bit, too busy while she was cooking. But aside from that, real good, real nice lady. Great conversations.
Well, at least the knowledge of witchcraft, at least put some sense to it. But you don't suppose she has anything to do with spiders at all, do you?
Oh, I don't think she worships spiders. No, I don't believe so. Why do you ask? Does it have something to do
because
with
there happens to be Well, there happens to be quite a lot of spiders in the village, and a small population of rats too, which I suppose that they also feed on.
There were no spiders when I've last visited.
Were they known to be out in the jungle?
Oh, there's spiders all over the place, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is back on the boat, so Connor, you're here. Just to
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I'm just
there's
taking it all in.
yeah, there.
Very interesting, though.
So what do you say? You find anything real cool in there?
Oh, well, we did find this nice drum, and I'll actually hold it up and show it off.
Oh, fun. Surprised they left it behind. Looks pretty big though. It might be tough to carry around.
Oh, it's light as a feather.
Yeah.
Says
Okay.
Thalon. Here, you go ahead. See how it holds.
Oof.
And he
Oh.
just collapses underneath it, I'm sure.
He's like, oh, it makes a nice sound. As
It
like
does.
falls
And Thalon will actually just start beating on it randomly. He's not a musician, he's a poet.
You're doing slam poetry. Using the
just
drum.
he'll like recite some like high elven verses and just like accent the end of each like beautiful phrase that no one understands with like doot doot.
Dong, 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 dong. You're like hitting the dead center of the drum because you're quite sure what to do.
Yeah, the rhythm can match up to the poetry, but it's only one note. There's only one drum here. Oh, what a shame. I'll have to get more.
Which, by the way, which destination was our next? Guess I'm asking Vesh or the ship's captain.
Yes, well, it seems like we've completed this here. It would make the most sense if we change over to this map. It would make the most sense to next head to the Nonish copper mines. Along the way, we can stop at Anavim and see if there's if we can renegotiate a deal. Maybe resupply. It might be nice to have a day off the boat before we head all the way to the Nonish copper mines.
Hopefully they haven't met a similar fate.
Yes, that would be most worrisome. Anavim has been a place of peace and trade for the locals for a long time. It would be a shame to see anything happen to that.
Either way,
I
it's
suppose
not much
before we
of
leave,
a
you
job
still have
for
the
us.
opportunity to negotiate a trade deal with the spiders.
Yeah, that might not work out
Plenty
very
of
well.
silk.
You slaughtered a lot of them.
I'm sure they won't mind.
Yeah,
But it does sound like we're gonna head out then.
I'm gonna need to
does.
find a cleric for my foot. Could I get additional healing on that, or is that because it's a fumble?
Yeah.
That's gonna take that time.
Can Tub in his first aid possibly help out?
His first aid's not going to be able to help that. And curing muscle tears is a much higher level spell than he has at the moment.
So what Tubbs is going to do is he's going to take a piece of wood and he's going to take some cloth. He's going to put the wood up against your the injury, wrap the cloth around it, and then go, "Don't move."
Okay.
And then don't move for about 7 weeks.
Well, I don't know.
So I guess the question is, would you like to stay here in O'Rock, or would you like to continue down the river and then just rest as you travel?
I think resting while traveling probably is the smartest decision right now.
Yeah, I vote not the Spider Village.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
Yeah,
could
I'm
stay
gonna
on your
continue
boat.
on.
You don't have to sleep in the village.
Yeah, but we have limited supply, so we should keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
We
with
have a
that.
lot of small injuries, and the grievous injuries we have, like mine, aren't going to go away for 45 more days.
Yeah, it should probably take just a little over 2 days to reach Anavim from where you are. The only reason why I say there's an option is because there is always the chance of a random encounter on the way. So
That's fine. We're not actually doing anything at Anavim. We have it on the list, but literally it's all Vesh.
Mm-hmm. And I say, my foot, it's fine. It's fine. The piece of wood, it'll be good.
I imagine that when Tub tries to help you out, the last thing he'll say is, "And by the way, don't talk to me about anything I've said today, ever again."
ever again. So you guys head out onto the boat, and we'll. This seems like a good good time to pause and give you guys all your experience points.
All right.
As you head off. So for you got experience points for, of course, killing all the monsters, and then you also actually found the logbook, which gives you a pretty chunky story reward. So each of you are going to gain 155 experience points, and I'll add it to Tub.
Thank you. I don't have to do the math for him. I'll close him up.
Yep.
Puts me up to 800. 400 more and I can hit level 3 and then maybe not die as fast. That would
That's
be
a good
wonderful.
hope. Yep.
You said 155, right?
Yeah, 155.
Mhm.
It looks like Tub didn't add his backstory experience points.
I just assumed he didn't have any.
Yep.
Put the staff jab all the way down there.
So yeah, that's the experience points for today, and you guys are going to head off. Yes. So is anyone assigning any of their experience points to proteges?
Aren't live yet, so the answer is no. Wizard
No.
comes first.
If you are assigning experience points to protege, set them aside because at the moment your protege won't get the experience points until you actually get back and speak to them. In most of them, or you can bring them down to Anavim as well, and then you can visit them there. So and there's two ways you can do it. Either every week you have to spend one day with them, giving them the experience, or if you're gone longer than that, then you have to spend a week once you meet up with them to go over and train with all the experience you've set aside for them. So,
Are there
just
any?
yeah.
Are there any additional characters? Like it looks like all the characters have all the extra characters in Roll20 have names on them. Are there any blank ones? Because I'm gonna do them this week. I think because I can have two proteges. Like when I look, there's all these named ones, and then is it just the ones with the pictures that are associated with somebody, or
I've added my name to all the ones that are me.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Okay.
changing the ones
I
that
see
are
the blank
just,
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because what happens is when you add a random character to Roll20, it auto generates a name.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
the
I see
best
the
thing to
blank
do is
ones.
open them up, and I'm changing the names on some of them. There should be 4 blank ones at least.
Yep, I see them.
Um,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Does anyone have any questions or questions about what happened today?
I think I'm good. I suppose we'll cover the amount of time we actually have to rest next time instead of just doing it right now.
Because there might be random encounters that we might run into. We'll handle that at the beginning of next session.
All right.
So,
Awesome.
all right.
Looking good.
Sweet. See you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks
Great.
for playing. Thanks for not
Thanks.
dying and surviving.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks. Have a good one.